Honore, says it all. Quote, Elon Musk, a national security risk. In the piece, Honore cites the tech billionaire's business interests with China and Russia as a cause for concern and argues that if investigations demonstrate deep connections to China and Russia, the federal government should consider revoking Mr. Musk's security clearance. It should already be thinking about using alternatives to SpaceX's launch services. And Lieutenant General Russell Honore joins us now. Welcome, Lieutenant General.
I mean, honestly, this is, I hadn't heard many people talking about this, on the pages of the New York Times opinion page. But this is, I think, a real conversation to be had.
Oh, it is.
Elon Musk has an outsized, not just with Donald Trump, outsized influence, obviously, but with the federal government, between what he's doing in SpaceX, between Tesla. There is let's just be very clear, the Starlink. He has a number of contracts and linkages, frankly, that anyone else has been doing and saying some of the things that he had been saying if they were a, run-of-the-mill actual government employee or a regular government contractor, they would have lost their contracts by now. Lieutenant General?
Lieutenant General?
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, I was waiting to pause on that question. Absolutely. I mean, he's mixing politics and at the same time doing work with the government. And he's doing work with the government of China, which he building cars there. 90% of the rockets we shoot in the United States now come off of SpaceX, this company. At the same time, he borrowed $1.4 billion from the Chinese to build this automobile plant. At the same time, reports recently came out that some of the drones being shot at Ukraine had Starlink communications in them. At the same time, I'm not the only one that showed concern. Going back, some of the influential people in the Republican Party, namely Marco Rubio, question this linkage between Mr. Musk and the Chinese, as well as Vivek Ramaswamy, also question this connection. I mean, all that's quotable stuff is documented. You can Google it if you want to see their concerns. And most recently, I guess this might be the only time I agree with Steve Bannon. He has questioned Musk's influence and his capability and his connection with foreign leaders. Musk have conversations with Chinese president, with the Russian president. He's got an enormous amount of influence. I guess that's what comes with being the richest man in the world.
But it, I think, comes with the access that he has with the president of the United States. And the world leaders are also taking note of it. One of the things that I've been concerned about, Lieutenant General, is the Starlink piece. Everything else is absolutely on the table. The government contracts, all this, Doge nonsense they want to do. I wonder if they're going to be looking at those contracts that Elon Musk has out of the DOD and other agencies. But Starlink is the one that I find very interesting because that's the place now everybody seems to have to go to if they want to be in space, if they want to communicate using that technology. And as Elon Musk has already showed us in the Ukraine situation, he's not unconcerned about using that leverage to his advantage against the interests of an ally of the United States and getting concessions or getting whatever he thinks he needs in that scenario. How dangerous is that aspect of this?
Well, right now we never want to get into a single source of intelligence, a single source of communication. I don't know how we got into this mess. We're contracted with one contractor, SpaceX, doing rockets for us, as well as controlling communications. And there have been many reports and suspects that some of these systems were not optimized to help the Ukrainians. They're absolutely interesting. We've been dealing in Haiti. The Kenyan forces were only given one Starlink in that fight. So I don't know how the U.S. go. We got the National Reconnaissance Office. We got Space Command. We got NASA. How in the hell the people in Washington have subjugated our intelligence and our communications to a private company. Why in the hell did we do that? And it's going to get worse, Michael.
That right there, Lieutenant General, is the nut right there. That's the bottom line. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us this morning and